This plan is the single most overlooked protection that can make or break your Medicare Advantage experience. A lot of our clients, Medicare Advantage is the right choice when it comes to Medicare, but that doesn't come with out-of-pocket exposure. There are three main situations where you could find yourself hitting your out-of-pocket maximum when it comes to Medicare Advantage coverage. These are hospital stays, number one. Secondly, Part B drug costs, which we'll get into. The third would be skilled nursing facility fees, the copays that come along with skilled nursing stays. These are the three situations where you could find yourself most likely to approach or hit your out-of-pocket maximum. Now, overlooking this extra layer of protection, you could find yourself with unexpected medical bills at times where you should be focusing more on your health and less on your wallet. So let's get into the types of protection that is available and what exactly it's guarding against. So here's a few statistics that are surprising. They even surprised me when I looked them up. Average hospital stay in the US is actually 5 days. I would have thought that would have been closer to 2 to 3 days. Okay, and this is 20 to 25. And that number actually balloons for Medicare Advantage recipients. 7.1 days, the statistic was from 2023. Now, the average stay in a skilled nursing facility. So a skilled nursing facility, typically for Medicare to cover a skilled nursing facility stay would be you have to be an inpatient for 3 days in the hospital. And then with most Medicare Advantage plans, it'll work just like original Medicare, where the first 20 days you don't have a copay. Okay, then days 21 through 100, you're going to have a copay. On most Medicare Advantage plans, you're looking at anywhere from like $200 to $220 a day, okay, for skilled nursing. So the average stay was 28 days in a skilled nursing facility. So what this means, for most Medicare Advantage plans, you're looking at out-of-pocket maximums for the 2026 plan year that are ranging from anywhere from like $8,000 to $9,000. Typically, you'll see like $8,550 is a common one. Okay, so that's the second key indicator. Now, this here, late-stage cancer diagnosis. So stages 3 and up for cancer diagnosis, 70% of those patients would need chemotherapy. So why is that important? So chemotherapy is a Part B drug. And so on most Medicare Advantage plans, you'll see the coverage for Part B drugs at 20%. So you pay 20% for Part B drugs up to the plan's out-of-pocket max. So let's just use a round number. Let's say the plan has an out-of-pocket max of $8,000. If you're getting chemotherapy, recurring chemotherapy treatments, you're going to hit that plan's out-of-pocket max of $8,000. Okay. So what do we do about these things? Now, the hospital, just getting back to the hospital stay, most plans, you're going to be looking at a per day copay in the hospital. So let's say a plan has a $350 a day copay, and let's say this is up to 7 days, right? So if I'm in the hospital for 7 days, that's $2,450 that I would be liable for. And again, if we're going back to our average, that is the average admission for folks on Medicare Advantage plans. Okay, so again, hospital stays, this is a big one. So that is like exposure number one, the times if you have multiple hospital stays, you could approach or hit your out-of-pocket max. The second one, again, was skilled nursing, right? So skilled nursing, if you're in a skilled nursing facility for 60 days, right, and my out-of-pocket max is $8,000, I'm going to hit my out-of-pocket max because the first 20 days of skilled nursing are covered just like they are with original Medicare. There's no copay. But then, again, days 21 through 60, let's say I'm paying that $200 a day to use just even numbers, 200 times 40, boom, then you're at your 8,000. Now, the average is 28 days. There's two ends that make up that average, obviously. So maybe you have a shorter skilled nursing stay. But again, that is point number two. That is the second situation where you could approach or hit your out-of-pocket maximum, is for skilled nursing. And again, the third was Part B drugs. So Part B drugs, you're paying 20% of those Part B drug costs until you hit the plan's out-of-pocket max. But again, Part B drug, like we said, chemotherapy. Other examples of Part B drugs would be infusions, right? Like Remicade. People that have autoimmune disorders will often go to an infusion center and get treatment for Part B drugs. Most common, of course, is cancer, chemotherapy, right? So what can we do to guard against these three occurrences, right? So there are options available, right, where we can structure kind of a secondary plan. This is an optional plan that a lot of folks will use in addition to their Medicare Advantage. You can kind of line this up so it works to kind of cover the out-of-pocket exposure that the Medicare Advantage plan would have. So again, if we said hospital, if my hospital copay is $350 a day, this benefit can cover that hospital copay. You can line it up to coincide with the per day benefit that is on your Medicare Advantage plan. So if my Medicare Advantage plan has a $350 copay for 7 days, I can line this up. If it's $300 for 6 days, again, I can make this 6 days, I can make this $300 to, again, greatly reduce or eliminate the exposure I have. This is a cash benefit that's paid directly to the insured person to, again, offset your out-of-pocket costs that you would have from a hospital stay. So that's the big one, right? That's number one. The second one, we talked about Part B drugs. So Part B drugs, if my out-of-pocket max on my Advantage plan was $8,000, I'm diagnosed with cancer, I need chemotherapy, I'm going to pay 20% until I hit that out-of-pocket max, which, again, I'm very likely to hit if I need chemo. Now, one thing to consider, you may want to even make this $16,000 or higher, because if I get chemotherapy, or if I need chemotherapy and it's December, these out-of-pocket maximums, they reset every calendar year. So then January 1st, my chemotherapy treatments are continuing, I'm going to hit this again. So I could hit this twice in a period of 2 or 3 months, depending on the time frame that that diagnosis falls in throughout the year, right? So this is the second time where you're most likely to reach or hit your out-of-pocket maximum. And again, the third was the skilled nursing. So again, days 1 through 20 for skilled nursing on a lot of these plans, you'll see are covered just like original Medicare, right? So with original Medicare, there's no copay for the first 20 days. Then days 21 through 100, on a lot of these plans, you will see, a daily copay. Let's just use round numbers. Let's just say it's 200. Oftentimes you might see 209 or 214. Well, let's just say it's 200 a day. So 200 times 40 days, I'm going to hit my out-of-pocket max, right? So we can use this benefit, the skilled nursing facility benefit, which would pay me for days 21 through 100 to offset that exposure. So that's the third situation where you could reach your out-of-pocket maximum. Now, you'll see a lot of these plans, these ancillary plans or hospital indemnity plans, they'll have other benefits, right? Like they'll pay for the ER, right? If you have an ER visit, like they'll pay $150 here, okay? Now, some of these benefits you can kind of do a, cost analysis on. Like, for example, you can kind of see some pricing over here, right? Now, this is just an example, but if I see outpatient surgery, right? And let's say this outpatient surgery benefit was costing me $20 a month. It's $240 a year. A lot of times that might be what the copay is on the Advantage plan. So, that might not be the most cost-effective benefit to add on, right? So typically, I won't do that for our clients because, again, we're focusing on the major services, the major occurrences, which we broke down: hospital, cancer, Part B drugs, skilled nursing, right? So those are the three occurrences, those three situations where you're most likely to approach or meet your out-of-pocket maximum. So there are a lot of ways we can kind of guard against this and make this Medicare Advantage plan a lot more bulletproof by adding on an ancillary plan, an indemnity plan that might be $50, $60, depending on somebody's age, right? So we have another video right here on Medicare that you may find helpful as well.